Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium, home of the TCU Horned Frogs. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Tar Heels about to kick it away and get this season started. He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A first down for the offense. They're looking for an advantage to the right. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Across the 25, he's got room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he's got it! Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Offense set on first down. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Still running at the 40. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Oh, he wants it all. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. The Tar Heels in the hurry-up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, North Carolina.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Across the 15. Oh, look out, there he goes. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heel. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again.
Set to kick this one.
Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
TCU Horned Frogs will take over. First and 10.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Plummer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll come out throwing on first down. Keeps it going. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. After not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. The give from the gun. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Gonna take a shot. And the pass hits, picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Quickly complete. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Going up top on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. Touchdown, UNC! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And I love the wheel route. I love calling it because most of the time I'm going to get my running back who's a fast athlete in space against a linebacker or somebody who can't catch him. Nice play design, nice job throwing it out in front of him. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple through the 22. And the Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inch it, you just have to go execute. And they do it there.
Quarterback checking off. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Dances away to buy time. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, North Carolina 14, TCU 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, give on the inside. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's going to run it. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
The Horned Frogs are on the move. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's put in danger, and it's picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They'll throw it on first down. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They'll go with the 5 wide outset on 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He wants to take the top off. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And the Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Safe completion on the screen.
Well, they try to dial up the screen pass on first down, seeing if they can catch the defense rushing upfield. But they stayed home, they had their eyes on the football, and they create a negative play.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He'll take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. Keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage, get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Not a chance. Missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
North Carolina 14, TCU 7.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say, maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
On 3rd down.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Leaves it with the running back.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Listen, a lot of times tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fuentes. And the ball squirted out.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The Tar Heels are on the move. Fast motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he breaks into the open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina!
And this offense is firing in all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
TCU 7.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
He's up to 51 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback adapting. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. Going to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And wings it incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. Hand off from the shotgun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quick pass on the jet motion. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third. Oh, look out! And what a huge play for this offense after that great run.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
He's got it and still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
On second down, just keeps firing. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. Back to the air one more time. Another incompletion on third down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
No good. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo. Looking to pass on second down. He makes the connection. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's second and 12. They'll run play action. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. And not on this play.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They're trying to get to it. Got his man on the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker. Quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Now improvising. He's looking on the right side. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensive. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals. Yeah,
because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Touchdown, Tar Heels! And once he got loose, it was all over. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
North Carolina, 28, TCU, 10.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage. And as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He wants to throw. He's got his man. Oh, what a move! And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
This is a receiver who's so dangerous once he has the football in his hands. That's a simple slant pass, but after he catches it, he's able to work in the middle of the field, finds the open green, and get the first down.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs.
Here we go.
Comes out throwing on first down. Finds his tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, North Carolina 28, TCU 10.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
29 Philly. Go.
Running it to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Horned Frogs want to move quickly.
Yankee blue. Yankee.
They'll run for it on third and short. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal for this offense. They'll run it. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
A fourth-quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting... And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU.
And how about make no mistake about it? Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. Fourth down situation, and the offense comes through, playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. And the Tar Heels will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Getting some heat. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Quickly out to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
The Horned Frogs are rolling down the field. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to go up top on first down. He's got his man.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to get the first through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
The official says no good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11.
North Carolina, 28. TCU, 17.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And he'll be brought down.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's running in the open. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, UNC! And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Penn State is ahead early at Happy Valley, But that's not exactly Saquon out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 13 over Kansas. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
I'll tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Working that left side now. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41? On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Makes the grab. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He'll try to take it back. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what